Hey guys, this is Raw, speaking to you as Raw. Raw DL, I suppose. I just wanted to apologize for the very long absence and also for the fact that this sound quality, like the background stuff, isn't the best it can be, but I'm still learning, you know? Anywho, so I'm gonna put a timestamp in the comments because there is some gory stuff in here, and I don't want anyone uncomfortable with that to have to face it, you know? But yeah, I'll probably yap more in the comments. I hope you enjoy this. Peace out.
Out here. Hi. What you doing down here? Seems a little uncomfortable to me. The water feels much better, Helmet. Oh no. Just talking to you for the sake of talking. You look like a nice person. Just because I'm 60 feet long doesn't mean I can't be interested. I am curious. Why are you hiding out down here? Aren't you meant to be a big, strong pirate? Oh, I didn't know there was anyone but pirates on this ship. Oh. Where did they take you from? That's far. You're a long way from home. I've never been anywhere near there. Well, if you come down to the water, I could probably try to take you home. Hey, I'm not evil. Just because I eat people doesn't mean I'm malicious. Though some sirens do have a bad habit of snacking just because they're bored. Not naming any names. I just want to help you out, little one. I promise. Maybe get a better look at you, but I'm perfectly harmless to you. I swear. That made you itch a bit closer, didn't it? No need to worry. I don't bite. Not you, at least. If you're willing to shove them in the water, I'm perfectly willing to have a piratey meal. That look in your eyes is very familiar to me. Awful what humans will do to other sentients. Trust me, I know the feeling of hatred that enchantment can breed. Curious, are we? Or are you trying to trauma bond with me? Your tomato impression is adorable, but no need to worry. I'll indulge you, little one. Maybe you'll make the water a little more enticing. Well, the story starts much as we are now. I was circling around a pirate ship looking for a morsel. I didn't lie. Just because I don't snack out of boredom doesn't mean I can't get hungry. Anyway, back to my tale. I was singing, because that's what you do when you want to get someone in water. But one of the pirates was strange. Floated into a rock as a gubby, as you call them. And instead of wanting to be in the water with me, he wanted me out of the water with him. It lulled me into thinking the ship would be an easy catch, throwing people overboard straight into my jaws. It was so naive. Wasn't even a little suspicious of the way the ship banked to stay in my territory. Eventually, one of the people fell right in front of the masthead, and I circled the ship to catch him and snap. The masthead was actually a massive net shear, weighed down with lead. I panicked, of course. managed to get myself even more twisted in the ropes. Oh, don't worry about it, dear. It's an old memory now. Well, the man who wanted me got me. He thought my song was so pretty and told me my scales were so glorious. He dragged me around the ship like some demented kite. It's the lifeboat to sail out and poke and prod at me. Every day he would pry scales off my flesh. And every night he'd point a cannon at me and demand that I sing. That is until he decided to remove my upper vocal cords. Now I can't sing at all. Seeing similarities? I'm not surprised. Awful people have been awful in the same old ways for millennia. Anyway, one night, he accidentally left his knife dug into me, so I cut the net to pieces and rammed the ship until it capsized. Eating him is therapeutic and messy, but I wouldn't recommend putting in a ship. It leaves gross wrecks on the seafloor and gives you concussion. But putting that aside, I shared my sob story. It's your turn. Go on, spill it. I want to hug you so bad, you poor little thing. Come into the water. I just want to hold you. Snuggles aren't enough to convince you, huh? I already promised I wouldn't hurt you. I already told you one of my worst memories. What do I need to do to get you to come to me? I'm not desperate. Do you know much about this ship? I figured. I can smell humans pretty well. This ship smells very strongly of them, not because there's a lot of people on here. I guess in a way there are. The smell of human meat, specifically, is very pungent. Lots of iron in the blood, especially when it's seasoned. You're getting it now, aren't you? It's a cannibal ship. That's why I was so shocked to see anyone alive but the pirates. I was sort of hoping they could get you away from here without telling you this, but maybe I am a bit desperate. I'm sorry, but anyone you might have seen taking alongside you is not likely to make it out. Look at me. Look at me. Anyone you've left behind would want you to live, okay? They are beyond saving, but you are not. Carry their memory and keep moving. It is not your responsibility to tear yourself apart. It is your responsibility to survive. May I hug you now? There we are, dear. I've got you. Nothing bad will happen to you in my care. I swear on my life that no damage should come to you so long as I am able to prevent it. May I rephrase your question? Will I harm you, physically or mentally? The answer is no. But I must acknowledge that I do plan to eat you. It's okay, it's okay. I just made it out, remember? It's just for transportation, please, come on. There's no solution here. Awful. Have you stopped thrashing now? Lovely. I must say, your taste rather delectable, but that's a point for later. Look, your head is still attached, yeah? Now why would I have not killed you just then if I'm just planning on eating you later? You've guessed it. It's because I'm not gonna hurt you. You know, like I've sworn twice and said at least 10 times. No, it's fine. You had a reasonable reaction. I'm just ticked and wanted to actually eat some scummy pirates. Yeah, actually. Wait, did I not explain that yet? So humans have a windpipe and an esophagus, correct? One leading to the lungs and the other to the stomach. Well, quick little lesson here. Oisin and Fagin are the root words of esophagus, meaning carry and eat, respectively. Sirens, however, have an additional esophagus, with root words meaning carry and safety. In other words, you'll be fine. I will carry you to safety, and it's gonna be okay, alright? Wouldn't explain all this to you if I was just lying. What, did you think I'd make up an entire fabricated piece of biology complete with a fake word with Latin roots just to tell you a story? Whatever, I digress. I just want your express consent. Yes, I want you to give me consent to consume you and harbor you within my body. Why do you still seem so hesitant? Would you rather this be non-consensual? Not totally responsive to 24 call. Please, just give me permission to rescue you. This ship is drifting further and further, and eventually it'll hit a functioning Siren's territory. As long as there's no one, I want to help you. Please. Thank you. Just climb over my teeth. I'll make this as pleasant as possible, okay? You may not be the most filling little thing, but you do feel nice in there. Take the compliment, I'm gonna go fill my actual stomach now. By the way, that pouch is relatively sound canceling for anything but my voice, but it's not perfect, and I apologize for what you might hear from the outside. This will take but a few minutes. You're shivering in there, little one. Huh? Oh, don't be scared. they were going to do the same to you, you know. Drop you up and eat you. It may just be my opinion, but they didn't deserve to live, don't you think? A noble way of thinking. I suppose I'm glad you don't seem prone to revenge. I've read that such tendencies can be harmful to the psyche.
What? You thought I could explain word origins to you and yet couldn't read? No, it's alright. But yes, the songless siren can indeed read. I normally go looking for knowledge and treasures once I've cleared out a ship. It's good to know the current affairs and the latest fashions, you know, to help get the jump on someone. I probably know the most song lyrics out of any siren out here, though I can only speak them to myself. Oh? I'm afraid, even if it has rhythm to it, without tune it'll sound like simple poetry. Is that alright? If you say so. Oh, I've got one. I guess I'll have to face that in this awful place, I shouldn't show a trace of doubt. But pulled against the grain, I feel a little pain that I would rather do without. I'd rather be free, free, free. I'd rather be free, free, free from here. Did you like it? It's from a rather popular show, I believe. I wouldn't be surprised if you'd already heard it. Oh, you haven't? I'm honored to be first experienced with it, then. Oh, no. Speaking doesn't hurt, don't you worry. My singing chords were completely separate from my speaking chords, so when they were cut, it didn't do anything but remove my song, which was awful at first, I will admit, but I've gotten rather proficient at brute forcing my way into my meals, as you can see. Also, we're currently headed for my home, as I'm not quite sure what direction your destination is. I've got a few maps, so maybe you can point it why'd you stop? I guess I did stop swimming, but can you blame me? Those rubs were near euphoric. You sure those fingers don't have, like, magic to them or something? It was just a joke, little one. But I do hope you'll be willing to do that again in the future. Anywho, I'll just keep heading home. And you seem like you could use a rest before you do anything else stressful. Don't worry. I'm oath-bound to keep you safe. Get some sleep.